Hey there! Welcome back to the English Ear Training Podcast. I'm Alan, and I'm so happy you're here today. This is actually my very first episode on this podcast, so thank you for joining me. And if this is your first time here too, welcome. I'm really glad you found us. This podcast is made especially for English learners at the beginner to intermediate level, around A1 to B1. Maybe you know some English words and grammar, but it's still hard to understand when native speakers talk fast, use connected speech, or speak with natural emotion. If that sounds like you, don't worry, you're in the right place. In each episode, I talk about different topics, sometimes daily life, sometimes travel, culture, or big ideas. And I speak naturally, but just a little slower and a little clearer than most native speakers. So in this episode, we're going to talk about something very sweet. And I mean that in every way. Sweet to the taste and sweet to the heart. Today's topic is about desserts. But not just any desserts. We're going to talk about the desserts that shaped our childhood, the ones that live inside our memories, and the ones that bring us comfort, even years later. And after that, we'll take a little trip. We'll explore some sweet treats from different parts of the world and see how other cultures enjoy sugar and joy in their own special ways. Sound delicious? I hope so. Let's begin. When I think about childhood, the first image that comes to my mind isn't school or toys or even family photos. It's dessert. It's that warm smell coming from the kitchen. It's the sound of spoons clinking against bowls. It's the way sugar sticks to your fingers when you reach for that first cookie. As a child, dessert wasn't just something you ate. It was a whole experience. For me, dessert often meant one thing: banana bread. My grandmother used to bake it every Sunday. She had this old recipe, handwritten on paper that was already turning yellow. I still remember the way she'd hum while she mixed the batter, and how she'd let me lick the spoon, even though I wasn't supposed to. The smell of warm banana and cinnamon would fill the whole house. And waiting for it to come out of the oven felt like waiting for a miracle. When it was finally ready, we'd slice it slowly, even though we both wanted to eat it fast. We'd sit at the kitchen table, just the two of us. And she'd always say, "Now that's what love tastes like." And you know what? She was right. Maybe you had something similar growing up. A favorite dessert, made by a parent, a grandparent, or maybe by you and your siblings. Maybe it was a chocolate cake, or mango pudding, or simple bread with sugar sprinkled on top. Whatever it was, it probably stayed with you. Not just in your mouth, but in your heart. There's something powerful about dessert. It's more than just food. It's a language of emotion. We eat cake on birthdays. We share sweets during holidays. We bring cookies to neighbors when we want to say thank you. Dessert isn't just about sugar. It's about joy. It's about connection. Now, let's take a journey. Let's travel through our imagination to places around the world. Let's see how different cultures celebrate sweetness.
First up, the United States. In the U.S., one of the most iconic and beloved desserts is the chocolate chip cookie. It's soft, buttery, and filled with rich, melty chocolate chips. Some people like them fresh out of the oven, warm and gooey in the center. Others prefer them a little crisp around the edges, with a soft, chewy middle. There's even a big debate about which version is best. But one thing's for sure, they're absolutely delicious. Chocolate chip cookies are everywhere in American life. You'll find them in school lunchboxes, at birthday parties, in coffee shops, and even in office break rooms. Many families have their own recipe, passed down from generation to generation. And baking them at home? It's more than just making dessert. It's often a family tradition, full of laughter, flour on your nose, and maybe a few sneaky bites of cookie dough. Another classic American favorite is apple pie. It has a golden, flaky crust, sweet, soft apples inside, and just the right touch of cinnamon. Sometimes people add a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top, creating a perfect balance of warm and cold, soft and creamy. Apple pie has become a symbol of American culture. You'll often hear the phrase, "as American as apple pie." That's because it's closely tied to family gatherings, especially Thanksgiving. But people enjoy it all year round, at barbecues, county fairs, and Sunday dinners. Each slice feels like a warm hug. And when summer comes around, it's ice cream time. All across the country, ice cream trucks play cheerful music as they drive through neighborhoods, bringing excitement to kids and grown-ups alike. Shops serve scoops of every color and flavor, from classic vanilla and chocolate to cookie dough, mint chip, and birthday cake. Families share sundaes with whipped cream and cherries on top. Couples go on dates to the local ice cream shop. And friends gather for milkshakes late at night, laughing over stories and sticky fingers. In America, these desserts aren't just sweet treats. They're little pieces of life. They carry childhood memories, special moments with loved ones, and the feeling of being home, even if you're far away.
Next stop, Japan. In Japan, desserts are often delicate, beautiful, and filled with tradition. One of the most well-known is called mochi. It's soft, stretchy, and chewy, made from glutinous rice, also known as sticky rice, which is pounded until it becomes smooth and elastic. At first bite, the texture of mochi might surprise you. It's not like cake or cookies. It's chewy and a little sticky, almost like a soft jelly. But once you get used to it, it becomes strangely comforting, like biting into a sweet, squishy pillow. There are many different kinds of mochi. Some are filled with anko, a sweet red bean paste made from adzuki beans. Others are filled with things like matcha cream, fruit jelly, or even ice cream. Yes, mochi ice cream has become popular around the world. It's a frozen treat where the outside is soft, chewy mochi,
and the inside is creamy cold ice cream, a perfect mix of textures. Mochi isn't just tasty. It's deeply connected to Japanese culture. It's often eaten during special occasions, especially around the New Year. There's even a traditional ceremony called mochitsuki, where families or communities gather to pound rice together to make mochi. It's a joyful event, filled with teamwork, rhythm, laughter, and lots of effort. Making mochi this way is a way to connect generations, celebrate new beginnings, and share good luck for the year ahead. You'll also see mochi in many seasonal festivals throughout Japan. Sometimes it's dyed pink, green, or white, colors that represent good fortune, nature, or celebration. Mochi is more than a dessert. It's a bite-sized piece of history, a symbol of togetherness, and a tiny moment of peace in a busy world.
Now we go to France. And in France, dessert is not just food. It's an art form. It's something delicate, something beautiful, something made with care, attention, and love. In French culture, dessert holds a very special place. It's not just about sugar and sweetness. It's about elegance. It's about balance. It's about beauty. A well-made dessert is like a small masterpiece, something you admire with your eyes before you even take the first bite. And one of the most famous French desserts of all time is called Crème Brûlée. Even the name sounds fancy, doesn't it? Crème Brûlée. It means burnt cream in French. But don't worry, it's not really burnt. It's a smooth, rich vanilla custard with a thin, crispy layer of caramelized sugar on top. That top layer is where the magic happens. First, the chef gently sprinkles white sugar over the soft custard. Then, using a small kitchen torch, they carefully heat the sugar until it melts. The sugar bubbles, then it turns golden brown, and finally it cools and becomes hard and shiny, like a sheet of thin glass. It looks beautiful, golden, glossy, perfect. And the best part? Cracking that top with your spoon. You gently tap it, and it breaks with a soft crunch. It's a lovely sound, very quiet, very satisfying. Then your spoon sinks down into the soft, silky cream underneath, warm, smooth, and full of gentle vanilla flavor. That contrast between the hard top and soft center is what makes crème brûlées so special. It's both crunchy and creamy, fancy but comforting, simple but rich. The flavor isn't too sweet. It's delicate, soft. It melts in your mouth slowly, like it's trying not to wake you from a beautiful dream. Crème brûlée is often enjoyed in quiet cafes or at the end of a long French dinner. People don't eat it quickly. They sit. They take their time. They enjoy each moment. Because that's the French way. For the French, dessert is not just the end of a meal. It's not something to finish in 5 minutes and forget. It's something to experience. It's about slowing down, about pleasure, about beauty, about presence. Crème brûlée captures all of that in one small dish. It reminds you that something tiny can still be meaningful, that something soft and sweet can carry elegance, that even in a busy world, there's always time to enjoy a little moment of magic.
Let's fly over to Mexico. In this vibrant country, dessert isn't just food, it's a celebration. One of the most beloved treats here is a churro. A churro is a long piece of golden fried dough, light and crispy on the outside, soft and airy on the inside. Right after it comes out of the hot oil, it's rolled in a generous mix of cinnamon and sugar, so every bite gives you a warm, sweet crunch. But it doesn't stop there. Mexican churros are often served with a cup of thick, rich hot chocolate. Not the kind you drink quickly. This chocolate is almost like a sauce. It's dark, velvety, slightly bitter, and absolutely perfect for dipping your churro. You bite, dip, and let the flavors melt together in your mouth. It's sweet, but also deep, warm, spicy, and comforting, all at the same time. You'll find churros all over Mexico. In city parks at night, you might hear the sound of oil bubbling in a street cart. A vendor twists the dough, drops it in, then lifts it out, piping hot and golden. The smell is irresistible. People line up, laughing, chatting, waiting for their turn. During festivals and holidays, churros are everywhere, glowing under bright lights, served alongside fireworks, music, and dancing. Families share them. Kids run up with sticky fingers. Couples walk hand in hand, passing one back and forth. Even on an ordinary evening, a churro can feel like a little piece of joy. There's something magical about them. Simple ingredients, just flour, sugar, and cinnamon. But when you eat a churro in Mexico, you're not just tasting a dessert. You're tasting a memory. You're tasting the spirit of the street, the warmth of tradition, and the joy of being together. Churros remind me of noisy streets, bright colors, and laughter echoing late into the night. Now let's stop in India, a country full of spices, colors, and celebrations. And when it comes to desserts, India truly knows how to sweeten the moment. One of the most beloved treats here is Gulab Jamun. Just hearing that name brings back memories for so many people. These are small, round balls made from milk solids, often from a type of dough called khoya, which is created by slowly cooking milk until it becomes thick, rich, and creamy. The dough is gently rolled into perfect little balls, then deep fried in ghee or oil until they turn a beautiful golden brown. But that's just the beginning. Once they're cooked, they're soaked in a warm sugar syrup that's infused with cardamom and rose water. Sometimes a few strands of saffron are added too, giving the syrup a delicate floral aroma and a golden glow. The Gulab Jamun absorbs the syrup slowly, becoming soft, juicy, and incredibly sweet. When you take a bite, it almost melts in your mouth. You taste the richness of the milk, the warmth of the spices, and the gentle perfume of rose. It's soft, it's heavy, and it fills your mouth and your heart with pure joy.
These sweets are found at weddings, birthdays, festivals like Diwali and Eid, and even during small family dinners. In fact, in many Indian homes, no special meal feels complete without Gulab Jamun at the end. You'll often see them served in a small bowl, with syrup glistening in the light, sometimes topped with slivers of almonds or pistachios. And it's not just a dessert, it's an emotion. A bite of Gulab Jamun can take you back to childhood, to a cousin's wedding, to a festival full of lights and music, to moments of laughter around a big family table. The flavor is sweet and floral, the texture is soft and comforting, and the feeling? It's like a celebration in every bite.
Let's go to Italy now. Italy, the land of romance, art, and unforgettable food. And when it comes to dessert, there's one name that always stands out: tiramisu. Even the word sounds elegant, doesn't it? Tiramisu means pick me up in Italian because of the espresso used in the recipe. And yes, it really does lift your mood. Picture this: a delicate sponge cake soaked in strong aromatic coffee, layered with a soft, silky mascarpone cream. The cream is rich and smooth, but not too heavy. It melts on your tongue like a gentle kiss. And on top, a light dusting of bitter cocoa powder, adding the perfect balance to the sweetness below. It's bittersweet, soft, romantic. It feels like the dessert version of a love letter, sweet but deep, comforting but full of emotion. You might enjoy it in a quiet cafe with soft music playing in the background, or at the end of a long dinner with someone you care about. Some people add a touch of liquor, like marsala or coffee liquor, to make it even more special. Tiramisu is not just a dessert, it's an experience. And now from Italy, let's fly to the Middle East. Here, dessert is often about hospitality. Sharing something sweet with a guest is a beautiful, traditional way to say, "You're welcome." One of the most famous desserts in this region is baklava. Baklava is made by laying ultra-thin sheets of pastry, called phyllo dough, with chopped nuts like pistachios or walnuts. Then the whole thing is baked until golden and crisp, and finally soaked in sweet syrup or honey, sometimes flavored with orange blossom or rose water. The result? Every bite is a mix of textures and flavors. It's crunchy on the outside, sticky and sweet in the center, and always full of rich, nutty goodness. Baklava is often served during holidays like Eid and Christmas, and it's common to bring a box of baklava when visiting someone's home. It's more than just food. It's a symbol of generosity, of joy, of togetherness. Eating baklava feels like being wrapped in a warm welcome. Now, back to you. What dessert reminds you of childhood? What sweet thing makes you feel like you're home? Maybe it's not even something fancy. Maybe it's just a simple popsicle on a hot summer afternoon, or a rice pudding your mom made when you were sick, or a lollipop you got at the doctor's office after a difficult day. These things stay with us because dessert is more than food. It's a feeling. Today, as adults, we still reach for sweets when we're tired or sad or when we want to celebrate something special. That's not a bad thing. It's human. It's emotional. It's beautiful. Because desserts bring people together. They give us comfort. They help us make memories. And sometimes they help us remember who we are. So, whether you're enjoying chocolate in Switzerland or eating mango sticky rice in Thailand, or just sitting quietly with a cookie and a cup of tea, take a moment, close your eyes, taste it slowly, and remember the child inside you who once believed that dessert could fix anything. Maybe it still can. So we'll stop here for today's episode. I hope it was interesting for you and that it gave your ears a little workout and helped you feel a bit more comfortable with English. Maybe it brought back some sweet memories or introduced you to something new. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with your friends. Give it a like, leave a comment, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode of the English Ear Training Podcast. Until then, keep listening, keep practicing, and most of all, keep believing in yourself. You're doing better than you think.